Welcome Exod 1414. Waves little axolotl paws claim a fish. Wiggles excitedly, I want the sparkly one. Can I have it, please? Welcome Knockout 3514. Wiggle spins excitedly, I'd love to claim a fish for you. Do you want a sub or a gift fish? Blowfish emoji.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to Hytale, or Sea of Stars in Hytale. How are you guys doing today? And look, there's emotes you can use, but you have to do commands or something. But how are you doing today, Exot? How you doing, Knockout? What have you guys been up to today? Yeah, emotes via commands. I wish it was more of a, you could just access them somewhere and do them, but there's an emote tool. That'd be funny. Unless it's hidden somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure it's only in commands right now. Doing good, tired but good. Yeah, school and work. Well, it's more or less similar, just no school. Just doing content stuff. I did make another a soaring video. The World of Minecraft ones where I did the Elytra flying around an amplified world. I did the Nether this time. That was pretty cool. Yeah, there's a new one to check out once you guys get a chance. Alright, so I think today's focus, if we've more or less finished the interior of this building, like this barn, but I want to get this kind of front area done. So I want to get all of the wagon and stuff, and all the packages and things are sitting right here. Could expand this out just a bit more so we know it's gonna be here. So it's kind of blocked off. I'll actually do another one up like that, maybe. I'll come back to that in a bit. But we'll focus on this for now. So I do want some barrels. And there are some new blocks. I can't remember if I mentioned them last time. There are a few new things now, which is cool. Gonna have like a barrel here, barrel here. Is there actually a pitchfork? Fork? No. Unless it's under weapons. There's a broom. But I'm not seeing like a pitchfork. I would imagine it'd be in the spear section. I'm kind of surprised there's not a pitchfork. Maybe they'll add something like that later. We could put a broom out here. Or I could do another, one of these, since it does have a pitchfork. Another farmer workbench. Just kind of tuck it in there. Something like that. I want some packages. I don't think there's packages. Okay, there are packages, but they're not like a usable thing. Leather backpack. Is this actually an item? No, unfortunately. Alright, you gonna lurk? Alright, sounds good. Thanks for contributing to the challenge. Appreciate it, Exod. Glad to have you here. Okay, well, that's not a thing we can do anything with. But can I get rid of it? I can drop it. I can't just get rid of it, though. Why can't I just delete things? I thought you could just drag stuff into here. Is it just that one item specifically? Weird. Anyways, let's go for maybe a box. Oh hey, there's actually like, there's moving boxes. Doesn't quite make sense for this though, because there is some like more modern decorations now. Um, what would you call that? A bundle? What would that be under? I think they organize some stuff differently too. To have a little more separation and stuff. I like some copper stuff now, so we can do like steampunk style, but maybe I could even use some of these roof blocks instead of what I have up there. Might look better. Because I know it's more of a bluish. That's more like a crystal. Where did that emote come from? A heart and a half. Why is there like a shadow right there? Okay. Alright, well, let's see. Looks like Adlan has arrived.
Splashes around in the water excitedly. Ooh, a fish plane. Wiggles fins, I'd love one, but no need to give me a sub or gift. Just being here with you all is the best. Giggles, the stream will be back soon, so stay tuned.
Like it says it's unlocked. Also, stickers say they're not enabled. Stickers are not enabled? Seems weird. Shows there. I try a refresh maybe and see if the stickers will work. It's unlocked. I wonder if that's an emote from just like general Twitch emote then. It's not one that I specifically have done, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Is there anything that resembles, like, we could just do a hay bale. That's kind of the closest thing to that. There's actually an arcade machine now, which is funny. I doubt you can use it, but I guess it's a purely decorative thing. Oh, look at that. That's truly funny. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with some hay bales just kind of piled up. Just sent a Discord message. Okay. Sure is it either offline or has not yet activated the strip. Weird. Well, I can see stickers that are enabled. Wonder if they did an update or something and it messed with stuff. Says it's active. Sticker party, yeah, it should be active. Weird. Yeah, I can see it active on mine when I pull it up. Okay. Looks like that until I click. Okay, so I think it might be OBS being silly. Let me try this. Just one thing. Where was it? Was it in my settings? Setup. Here we go. Well, that button doesn't give me what I want. I don't know why it decided to derp out on me here, but... I use this button. There we go. I can copy that. Oops. Copy this. Paste it. It says it's the same. That's really weird. I don't understand why it's not working. Why? Okay. Alright, it's all good. You want to try to mess with it now and see if it might work. I repasted the thing. There we go. Okay. I guess the old thing I had just doesn't work for some reason, which is weird. Okay, I have no idea why it decided to change how it functioned, but hey. All that for stickers? Yeah! I like the new stickers better because they don't work. No sound for it? Oh, really? Why did everything decide to break? Why you do this sticker thing? How do I get the audio? I forgot how to do that part of it too. Yeah. Let's see. So let's pop it up. Because I hear it. So where is my setup for sound then? Because it should still be the same thing, right? Let's see. Oh, there shouldn't have been anything that's changed. If I hit that, okay, now you should be able to have the sounds. I'm not hearing it now, but maybe you guys can. Okay, well at least you guys can hear them. I don't know why I can't hear them. That's really weird. Huh. Okay. I don't know what's going on. It's obnoxious. Okay. Well, we can focus on what we were working on here. What was that? There's another pop-up thing. I think just yapping. Okay. We're gonna need a wagon. We'll drop that like right by the door, more or less. Get ourselves a bucket. I pressed buttons. Can I place the bucket? Oh, right, control. Okay, there we go. There's a bucket there. there's like a pile of wood, which I guess I could did that down here, right? Whee! There we go. Yeah, we did some logs down here, just oak. Could do some logs stacked up. Do we want like a bench, I think? Or is it a bench or is that a stool? It's a stool. Yeah, one of these. And then we have like a grindstone. I guess if I do stone, give you all sorts of things that probably not a grindstone. Or a millstone, perhaps? Maybe I could do a mill. Nope. I could do this, but the other thing I could do is the salvager. It's like that's the next closest thing. So you could have one just chilling right there or something. But maybe we can take this stool, just like put it in front. Something like that. Grab some more plants. Kind of fill this section in a little bit. Something like that. We have like one chilling over here. And then from here I can kind of customize it since I kind of got the gist of what I want for that. What other things could we do? Kind of want an all section, like everything, but I don't think it does that very well. Could drop a pot in there somewhere, maybe a couple of them. Well, there is kind of another hay bale there. I could put a couple bundles kind of chilling. It kind of fills in that space. Should I add anything else to this area? Guess a couple of these about would help. Maybe like one right there. Yeah, it kind of fills it in a little bit. Just a little sprinkle of grass here and there. Do I have a chest in here out of curiosity? I should definitely put a chest in here, I feel like. Just a regular old chest. We could put it somewhere in the pile of stuff. That'd be there is good. Yeah, that's not very obvious. Now, what if I put in the previous chests? Right, what I was doing was actually taking screenshots. That's what I did. Was it F11? That's not the right thing. F12? Okay, yeah, F12. Yeah, I was taking screenshots so that I can remember where I put them, so I can go back through later and kind of disperse some loot throughout it. Okay, I think we can call this area complete. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. We can move on over here. We want to make kind of this step up area, so our goal now is to get some stairs in, which, do I have some stairs already at all? No. So I can kind of decide what I want the stairs to be. And I could also check if I have a better roof. Is there a better roof tile or roof piece for this? There's a zinc roof. There's these ones as well, chalk, but it was white. Some limestone. We have quite a few extra, I think, well, quite a few more from what we had previously. I think what I have for now is still good. Probably want to break it up a bit more, though, if possible, maybe. It might be worth dividing this one as well. It'll let me. Let me place the thing. Yeah, I think that could be good. We would still have to have these, which I don't think I'm going to add more pillars if I'm going to do that, though. Not exactly even, but I think that helps it. So it's not so flat, so much of the same thing. It's struggling to let me place it in there. It's like only one little angle it'll let me. Weird. Let me place it. Are you gonna let me do this? Because I need another block. There we go. Being super finicky. Yeah, I think that was worth doing. Even though it didn't want to let me do it very nicely. It'd be good to have that removed. Oops. Okay. Yeah. It's a good little change. There we go. And there we go. Nice. Okay. So now we want to have like a staircase here that goes up a little bit. So I guess we want to kind of decide what sort of block we'd want. I guess we could try to go for the same color. So, oh, maybe I already had some of this? Wait, hold on. Can I do something over here? Not really. But we could do this or kind of keep it a similar color to like what the path would do. Does this do any, like, it does connect it and stuff. Interesting. If I were to, like, do this, I will do that. That's kind of cool. Okay, nice. Do 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 do. So we do this. I would go up like 2. I guess I need this to be 1 more block wide, huh? For it to make sense where the path is. Do, do, do. Something like that. We would have like a bit of a platform and then we'd go out a little bit more. Do like 3 blocks. I'm gonna go up again. Do, 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 do. Something like that. Oh, that feels like way too much though. So I probably only want to go 1 staircase up. Eh. Okay. Do, do, do. I forget I can rotate. There's an R button to rotate things. I should do that more. Okay, and I guess we're gonna have more of these kind of lined up here. So kind of just basically do that. And then we can work from there. It's gonna have a rock up here, but we'll fill this in for now and then put the rocks on top of it. Okay. So I think we're gonna have this just run along here. Do I... Let's do that. Do, 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 do. Okay. There we go. It's not as many stairs as it's in the game, but it makes more sense to be a gradual incline like that rather than multiples. Okay, and then our cliff just kind of more or less do this. Something like that. Just give us a line that we can follow. Come back and tweak it later as needed. Something like that, and we can fill this in. That kind of gives us that section. And then we'll stack up rocks to have it make sense for the staircase there. There'll be a tree there, so I guess we'll try to get the tree in as well. So maybe I push this back even more. We do put the tree in like right there. So we want called, is it trunks? Look at this. All sorts of crazy looking logs. I think we keep with the same thing we're doing, which is... Alright, we do these. That's a really blue one though. I don't know if we have blue leaves. At least not a different color blue leaves. Or even a dark blue leaf. Okay, well that's not really an option. Do we just go for yellow? That's probably too much contrast. We can do these ones, I guess. Maybe these would be better. Because those are supposed to be purple. Which... We were trying to do a different purple, but didn't really have a different purple. So I could go for the cyan. Instead of these ones. And put the azure ones on this actual blue tree. That could be good, maybe. I think we'll do it the same wood type basically here, so we'll just do something like this. Though I probably need to get a different looking thing there. Let's see, aspen. There's our full logs. Could do something like that and then have it grow up like this. Because it almost looks like there's two trees there. And like one that's slightly taller. Do I do it like that? And we do the blue leaves. And do the same thing here. Kind of build this one up. Might look a little weird with these, but perhaps I'll just do that. Maybe like that? I feel like it needs to be a bit bushier though. Not enough leaves. That could work, and I think I will replace these with the cyan. Do I like that though? a pet reveal. I don't actually have a pet that is mine. Like my mom has 2 cats. One's a little bit sick at the moment though. I could go for yellow and then I could do the crystal ones, but I feel like these are too much. Mom's happy cat reveal? Nah, I usually keep them out of my room when I'm streaming. Maybe at some point. But not at the moment. Let's see, how do I like that one? Just go for the cyan whenever there's... Those do seem a little bit more like leaves that would be that one-time thing, come on. And not at the moment. Not today anyways. Yeah, I think I should do like this leaf a little bit better, because it does kind of look like pine leaves. Okay. Yeah, I do like that one. I could actually match this better. We do want leaves that are like blue for those ones. Okay. Yeah. I think I can be good with that one. Being there. Okay. Let me use that for these blue ones. We are gonna need some more rocks and stuff, so let's grab a couple different bits and bobs. Is there a medium one? There we go. And then we have the taller one here. Yep. And then we need the regular. I think what I'll do something like this. We can have a couple of these stacked around, maybe. Okay. And it does kind of cover all this up, so could do something like maybe we do this. I feel like this should be one of those as well. I could do that. That's not too bad. Maybe we could try to get a flower in there. Do I actually have that specific flower? I've been doing it all? No. I was doing like petals and stuff. Could have grass right there. And like mushrooms. Are there new flowers? There might be some new flowers. The lava flower actually looks pretty similar. There's also this one. The pink orchid. Or purple one. Okay. That one, or that one. I feel like this color works better. I can try that there, maybe? Not sure how I feel about it, though. Okay, I can see that. Other option is this one. That's too much, and this one feels too, like... it's spiny, like but it is like star shaped though. No, I kind of like these colors better. Do we have any more of those? We should do. We have quite a few of those. We could put some more in. Okay. Do we have any more back this way at all? I don't think we did, but we can check. No, not really. Okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that for those flowers. Whenever we have those. Okay, in the meantime, guess we can check. Okay, how's this feel? Does that look like it works? This area looks a bit weird, but it's probably because it doesn't have any plants or anything. It could have like a little rock there. Yeah, that works. Alright, I still feel like that's a bit weird. I think that might feel a bit better. Gotta remember I can just rotate. I think I kind of like that more. Yeah, I think I do like that. I feel like this needs to be lower. Hey, look, sounds good. Thanks for the look, Knockout. Appreciate it. Just another file of that. Maybe not. Let me go to that one. Okay. So now we just have like a really big area here. Pretty big open area. It goes like around everywhere. I do also have the path, so I guess I should start with the path and kind of get how it should feel. Maybe something like that. That kind of goes over some more. Yeah, that could work. I'm going to do like one block in, bring this over some more. That kind of goes at an angle for a bit. Kind of does that. Yeah, a little bit. So it gets to over here. It kind of does a sharp angle. Do something like this. Yeah, I could call that good right there. And then it has this spot that goes straight up. Gotta give us a marker. Maybe that straight up spot, it goes up like 1, 2, like 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it'll kind of give us that space. But also there should be a decent amount of space, I think, between where that's at and where this is gonna be. So our blocks are gonna be this level. I'll just put like a couple here. I think that's where we'd want that to start being. So if we get some clay, maybe do like an orange clay. We can kind of make our box for that. And I'd say that it kind of lines up to like right there-ish. Like the path will probably go a little bit straighter before it turns. Just something like this. Put our box in here and we can decide how it fills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But that might, yeah, that's probably reasonable size from what we can see there. I guess it also helps to get like the important things put into place. We're gonna have some farmland up there, so tilled soil. And ends up being an angle here. Do something like this. Supposed to be bigger, at least. Or line up roughly with that, and just kind of go a little over the edge, but I think that'll be okay once I just kind of blend it all in. There's those plants, which is what it looked like goes next to. So I could go with these, or I could look at seeds. Frost seeds kind of look like they might work. Let's try those. Yeah, it does look similar. Okay. Do something like that for that crop, and then I think that's tomatoes. Do we have tomatoes? We do, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, here they are. We just kind of spread a couple tomatoes into that garden. I think it kind of covers it. Represents more or less what that is. Okay. So now let's go back to here and then just decide if the path makes any sense. I feel like I should push it over a bit more. So it's like... Could do something like that. That feels a little bit better. It kind of closes it in slightly. I still feel like I need to pull it over more, so I'm just gonna tear this all out. Feels like it's a pretty long straightaway though. So I guess we can add in some extra little bits like this one that already has. Keep bankrupting yourself? What? What do you mean? Well, why would you do that? That's silly. You're in a financial situation, yeah. The channel redeem thing? Oh, yeah, the channel points? I see what you mean. It's a pretty big goal. It'll take a while to get there, even with if we had more people contributing. Oh, that actually reminded me, I do need to reduce that by 10, so glad you brought that up. Sometimes I will forget things. I don't understand why there's a minimum of 250. Oh, really? Where in the world? Oh, did you... That's an epic like view? I don't know, to be honest. Okay. I'm in a tree. So I feel like the path might need to be a bit thicker in a couple spots, maybe. You're so glad you exist? Well, that's good. It is important to feel that way about yourself. Okay, and I think if I do this... You're also glad I exist? Well, thank you, I appreciate it. Very kind of you. There we go. I think that kind of gives us a meandering path that makes sense. Gonna have to probably fill in some blank space since I'm not like going to building to scale, which probably should have. It'll definitely make things function better, but I'm so glad the other two people in chat exist. There's only 2 others? I see 4. At least it says 4 viewers. It could be one of the bots might be included in that number, but... And then I want to do this. We're gonna grab this. those. Just do that. Yeah. One is you. Oh, wait, one is me? Oh, okay. And then the two others. Well, it wouldn't count me as a viewer. I think it counts one of the bots that I have that is watching stuff. Possibly Nightbot or one of the other ones. That's what it does on YouTube. Oh, YouTube is different, I'm pretty sure. Like, I would imagine it's not. Maybe it does count. Like, maybe you're right, yeah. Indeed. Let's see. I think I want to go for maybe a gravel. Is there a gravel? Like this one? Maybe basalt gravel could work good for that section. I think I need to put... Yeah, I need to put a layer underneath, so we're just going to put this in here. And I could probably use the building tools to do this more efficiently, but I just feel like doing the block by block for now. It's like there's certain like parts that I kind of enjoy just doing a little bit at a time. Or like copying that would be a pain in the butt. So that's why I copied it from the front, the tool, instead of trying to do it by looking back and forth. But something like this, while the tool makes it quicker, I could do it pretty easy without having to think too much about it. Can do this as well. Forget this is actually also easier to build this way, even in Hytale. Okay, so we can go up here and fill this in with the gravel. No. And I should only place it where we want it, so I just hold it down the whole time. Can you ask a controversial question? Sure. What is the controversial question that you have? Does pineapple belong on pizza? I think it depends on what else you've got with it. Because I've had it before and I don't mind it. I don't typically pick it every time. Wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but I can work with different sauces and different other toppings. Like there's a sweet mango habanero sauce, and then you put jalapenos on it, and like just go for like a full sweet spicy. It's your favorite? Nice. Do you like the ham pineapple or just pineapple? I know some people will actually just do just a pineapple pizza. Depends if pineapple pizza. Those are the worst versions. The ones that are just pineapple. Okay, I think I like that. It's not quite the brown color that is in the game, but the Swedes put curry powder and peanuts and ham and bananas. So wow, that's kind of crazy. You do ham pineapple? Okay, the classic Hawaiian. So I do kind of wonder how many people who say they don't like pineapple on pizza have actually tried it. Since there's a lot of people that tend to just say they don't like something just because of the idea of it, but never actually give it a try. Okay. I do feel like this platform is also quite large. But then again, the building is also quite large. So comparatively, it's probably actually reasonable. Can't hate something if you haven't tried it? Well, you can certainly hate it, but... Because people are entitled to their thoughts and opinions. Or they will just have them regardless, so... Okay, well I guess that's gonna go away since I'm just gonna put the grass at this level. Alright, how much does it go like directly behind it? It goes directly behind it a little bit and then it cuts in. Okay, so I can do this. And then probably bring this up a couple layers or something. Something like that. And I'll probably do something like this and then bring it down a layer. And then we'll have the rock path there. I think that'll work. Okay. Now we need like some sort of box or something, but in the game, at least in Sea of Stars, you're supposed to be able to push these around and do stuff with them. There's also this strange plant that goes in the middle. Could do this one. Can it go on gravel? It can. Okay. We'll just kind of put a set of these in the middle. Maybe that could work. Unless there's like a better one. Is there a better one? I don't think vines would work. Just could look at all the plants and kind of see. There are some kind of spiky looking bushes. Poison bramble could make sense. Could also do something fancy. Maybe the blood one. Do already have that one there. Is there anything that actually kind of resembles that at all? Just somewhat. There's saplings. There's reeds. Which I guess are also kind of similar. But I don't know if I can plant those like on the surface. I can't. I think I like that one better then. Yeah, that works. We do have what looks like probably some of the petals. So I can go back and grab these petals. A couple of those kind of spread out maybe. Something like that. And if we grab a trait. And perhaps we'll do the... Oh, what's a capture trait though? So let's do these and we'll stack them up. Something like that. And that kind of makes that area. Got a couple of like plants to put around the area. And I have another different type of a tree. Well, that's making things awkward. I have to keep making new trees with different leaves that I don't have. Well, let's see. What's leaves? Do we have any that are even like dark ones? Because we kind of have these ones. Maybe I can use those. Maybe I'll use those. Should probably get like the border in. But I want this to kind of go straight across here for now. And we can bring it up like over here or something. So then it has a bit of a curve that it does. Guess I can bring this actually over here and kind of connect it on the edge of this. Something like that for now. Gives you like a little bit of space here, so we actually do want it to do something like that, and then come back down. Yeah, and then it'll build up more. And then over here, there's like another... There's almost like a ledge a block higher here. So we could do something like that, and then have it cut across. We'll have the other path there, and it'll go up. Okay. I gotta stretch. Ooh, okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, how's that feeling? There's quite a bit of extra space there, so I might have to do something there, or even bring this in some more. Something like that. There we go, we have a little less we have to try to figure out what to do with. Do, 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 do. What's my reach? That far. That's quite a bit of reach. I do kind of wonder about some of these projects where I'm working on them, like, with how much custom stuff is put into it, like, will it be really laggy once it's fully, like, complete? She wouldn't think it would be. This seems to be, like, being glitchy as I'm placing stuff. Almost like a slight lag to it, I don't know. Not sure what that is about. Could just be how it's always been. I just barely noticed it now that it's doing that. Okay, there we go. Space feels pretty adequate. Yeah, I think I like it.
Wiggle spins excitedly. Ooh, a fish claim. I'd love one.
Speaking of
Chirps happily.
fishies,
Hang tight,
don't forget to feed
friends. The
them.
stream will be back soon. Can't wait to see what's next.
Okay, so then I can just bring this over and maybe have it slightly turn. Something like that. And grab our staircase, which should already have, so do that. Okay, fill it in. Which is actually how this is. That's interesting. Something like that, perhaps? I don't know. I'm doing rocks there, so I think it'll be fine. There we go. It's a pretty good looking path there, I think. Need some more barrel. I guess I should probably build the cliff face back there first, actually, before I get too carried away. And we have like the cliff edge going along here too. Okay. Do I like that angle and stuff? I think it's okay. It does tend to have more fence on this one section, which, because if we put our fences in, that could help us. Nope, no, cliff first. I want to get the cliff first. Because that's what makes the most sense, because that's like the wall, the border that we're going to have in here. So I guess we want to also bring this all the way over, which is going to be a bit rough, I feel like. So I want to kind of keep this fill that this has for this without making it a completely flat wall. So I just kind of spam some blocks. Well, that's going to work. So that makes it stick out a lot more, which I don't feel like it needs to do. We need some more, like, really flat surfaces. Probably like this. And we can kind of merge it a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Maybe add a little bit there. And obviously as we add in like staircases for some of the detail and stuff, it should help it work more. But something like that's not too bad, I think. This area is definitely too like angled. I think that little spot sticking out could be a good detail though. I think I'll try to leave that. We gotta work on having some more like straight drops before it cuts in. There we go. And then something like this probably work. Okay, yeah, that's not looking too bad. I gotta remember it'll look better too once I come back through and do all the details afterwards. Okay. I might have to decide something for this too. I guess if I put enough plants and stuff, it's not too big a deal, but it's just a big blink side. Get me distracted by things though. Okay, well, definitely the hardest part is doing all these cliffs. It takes a lot of time and thought to get this put together. I gotta make sure I put in a little bit of variation as I'm doing this. Otherwise it'll look really weird. So I think so far that's actually turning out good. Question is how does it look like for over here? Because this cliff's a bit of a unique one just because of the way I did it, but... Alright, and we can also do this too, where we add a little bit of foliage in there. Okay, just definitely is a lot of more flat there, because I was trying to make this feel more vertical. For like a more dangerous drop-off. Where this kind of has a bit of a spot for the path to go. Okay. That's actually kind of cool looking. That's not the... Nope. I wanted to do this one. Kind of wanted a screenshot of that. Looks cool. Okay. And I think we could also like come over here and push this out a little bit so we have another spot that sticks out just a tiny bit. That's that variety. We can have occasional spots too that stick out a little extra as well, like outwards but goes down underneath deep. Especially if there's, it's along where the water's at. Water would kind of dig into this a little bit. So we do something like that. This could be that. Maybe one more? Yeah, kind of like that. This would be a good, like, plateau, I think, here to add some grass, actually. So we'll intentionally leave that flat and open. Okay. I kind of unintentionally did this, but I think it actually makes sense to have this line here, where it's like, this part of the rock just hasn't been worn down as much. It's having like that line up. Kind of makes sense. What do you mean? What's with your mom jokes? I am definitely a wee bit tired today. They're objectively the most intelligent form of humor. Oh. Can't say I've heard this opinion expressed before. Actually, no, they're not. That would be my mom jokes, invented by Mitch is that Sorensen? Okay. Sorenstein? Sorenstein, probably, yeah. Oh man, building a cliff. Block by block. Takes a tremendous amount of effort. And then I gotta go back through at some point and put like the whole ocean and stuff that's around it. There's a ton of water in this game, actually. It's a massive ocean. Which will be interesting to see how that kind of translates later into Hytale. Hopefully at some point they'll get an actual like rideable boat in Hytale. But right now that is not something you can craft or use or anything. Well, there is a boat, but you can't use it. It's not functional. Okay, that's not too bad. I do want to bring this along here. And a couple spots that pop up a little more. Something like that, perhaps. We can get the details in here in a bit. I would like to get at least around to there. Let's take a look at where this goes. I think this kind of, yeah, has a bit of a rounded off point. There's a little island out there what to build. So I think what you need to do is just get to the point where we build this section. With a little bit of that cliff there. So we basically wrap around until we get to this side of the farm, because this part's going to come up a little bit, because it's like another cliff. Put an additional layer up, which will get some staircases in to make that work. Oh, this is... what sandstone is that? This is regular sandstone, this is white. Maybe I should go for the regular sandstone. Honestly, that feels better color-wise. Just kind of feel like this is a little too bright. Because yeah, the path is kind of similar color to the rocks, isn't it? It's only this part that's not going to be able to be a different color, but I think it's fine. Okay. Like just like having this view right here, we can kind of see a bunch of different stuff is really cool. I'm gonna have to figure out how to like, I guess I'm gonna have to have like a vast ocean that you can't really see much, but at the same time there's also gonna be, oh, that, I just thought about that, like trying to get the right distance for like the other islands that are in the game. That's gonna be crazy. Oh right, Exide, you should definitely check out the Sea of Stars stream before, like after you left. There was a really cool part that I think you would like. There's a part in the game where a very surprising change to the game. I think it's really cool when I first came across it. It's kind of like the second half-ish of the game. It's really cool. You write it down? Sounds good. Okay. What do I want to do with this part of the cliff? Do I just kind of keep this similar pattern? Or do I try to do something more interesting? I could have like another potential cave entrance. Well, I don't have anything in here in this space, but I could do more custom things that way if I wanted. Things that are purely my concept, nothing that's actually in Sea of Stars. I'll have to take that into consideration. Do another little spot that kind of tucks in here. Kind of like that. I kind of like that, yeah. Kind of feel like this needs to come out more. I can stay there. Yeah, we can bring this down even more. This is definitely a part of the game that's actually not like visible really. Like you could kind of see it probably if you like go out to the world map and are traveling, but for what this is right now, it is definitely custom made stuff. Okay. Yep. Having that little spot here just kind of changes up the flatness and the kind of the curve I was going for. But then I'll bring the curve back. So we'll start taking this in a little bit. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Imagine you end up liking Puppy Playtime and start building it. I don't know, to be honest, I think at the moment I have the Secret of Mana one and this one. Those are gonna take quite a long time. Just imagine stuff, yeah. I get it. But like, definitely the rate that I'm doing these projects, they will take quite some time. Like the Secret of Mana one, I still haven't even like gone back and done. I haven't got I don't have my initial like beginning stuff done. It was like the beginning of the game. That would be kind of like the tutorial slash like demo part of it. I don't think I'm too far off of that. Actually, yeah. Kind of wonder how much I'm gonna have to like catch up on, you know, with the data pack to get it functioning properly once I get back to that project. I may get back to it after I finish the Sea of Star playthrough, or the Sea of Stars playthrough. I might do something else, not sure. Haven't decided on that yet. I think I'll figure that out when I get there. Weren't requesting anything? Yeah, no worries. I get it. My brain just wanted to actually think it out. I hate it when you want to think out loud and people tell you to shut up. Really? Oh, like when people tell you to stop doing it? Yeah. Just let me get it out. I'm dying. I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about that section. I feel like I should just fill it in, but I think I'll leave it for now. Do something like that, that would kind of help. Maybe. Yeah, that softened it up a bit. I kind of feel like people who stream tend to do a lot of thinking out loud as well. Because they're also trying to do just general commentary, but then they just start yapping. Okay, I think that's working out pretty good. It's got enough variation. It does kind of have a bit of a shape like this, which is not bad. It is a lot of blocks placed for a spot that I don't think too many of the people who actually check out the world are gonna, the players are actually gonna see much of it. But who knows, maybe in the future it will. They'll be traveling the water. How I stay motivated with projects is by not trying to be perfect. Just make it, yeah. Don't bang your head against a single thing for too long. You do it later, yeah. I definitely try to approach my projects more in a stress-free way, because if I try to force myself too much, it ruins my creative desire. Like I have a project that I was doing on this casual server I play Minecraft, and I haven't touched it in a while. I don't even know how long it's been now since I've last really started doing something with it. Last time I was on playing. Because I just haven't felt the desire to work on the project. Because it was a bit of a big project, I would have to like keep going. keep working at it if I really want to get it completed. And a lot of people were excited to do it, so I kind of felt more obligated to get it done. But I think I've also kind of have a little bit of a Minecraft burnout too, I think. I don't mind the streaming I'm doing, but casually I don't really play Minecraft too much. In fact, even Hytale I don't really play casually either, right? That's what I'm doing for my game. I encourage myself to use placeholders for things until I get further along and work on the details. Yeah. I think a good thing too is to like do tiny pieces of it, break it up in small parts that you can work on, so like you can have that sense of accomplishment. Like even like this project right here, it's just right now I'm just trying to get this part of the cliff done. So it's like a small piece where like if I tried to visualize the whole thing and like if I want to do tiny little things here and there, like I let my brain kind of wander. Especially if there's like a concept or an idea that I think of it at the moment, kind of let my brain do that, the creative thing happen. Especially while I'm thinking of it, because I'm unlikely to remember it later. And celebrate action? Yeah. Don't work for level 1. Celebrate starting level 1? Yeah. Celebrate everything. Don't add conditions for what is enough? Yeah. And I like kind of just letting my brain just do what it wants, you know? As far as the creative stuff, just let it happen. That's why I allow for kind of a bit of wanderings like do occasionally, just let myself wander to do something else. Okay, and I think it'd be good to have a similar cliff kind of to the one over there, so a bit of a base here to use. So I'm gonna not quite follow this one as sharply. It's like this is pretty close up to it, but then this is pushed out quite a bit. So. Okay. And I kind of like a lot of my creative stuff to have some just imperfections, because I'm also not a very technically minded person, so like trying to math this out or make it very specific is not exactly my strong suit. So I definitely would not try to pretend to be a technically minded person, especially when it comes to doing a creative project. It's just not me. It's good? Yeah. I let my finickiness be just kind of what I feel like makes sense to my brain. Like that, chopping down that corner just felt better in my brain. Like taking that part out. I could not explain to you why, or for any reason why that I had to do it that way, but it was necessary. That's how it had to be done. Personally, I can't stand imperfections in my stuff. At the same time, though, I try to accept that sometimes they slip through. Yeah. And I think quite often, too, the imperfections tend to add charm to whatever you're working on. It could also inspire you to do something interesting. Yeah, I like that. Works for you, but you don't, instead of you working for it. Yeah, that's cool. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. 5 viewers? Yeah. The music's really nice in this game, though. I think they did a really good job with the music. Very calm and peaceful. It also has like a slight sense of like adventure or epicness to it, you know? Without being like overwhelming. Excuse me. I was just noticing something. I feel like this house over here might actually be the same as this one over here. Oh, thank you. But slightly different. So I might just copy paste it and then tweak it. That's probably the oops. Oh, hold on. Oh, wrong buttons. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now I did want this to have a bit more of a flat section here, so I think I'm going to just chop this down. So I can just build it up like this. So I want at least a bit of a plateau here I can do some plant stuff with. That's something like this is going to help give space for that. We'll fill that in with some like trees and some ground cover. It's like this. Okay. Actually looking forward to when you can actually like, look out here instead of seeing all that green, it would just be all water, so it'd be like a massive ocean. But not that I want to have to like, okay, I'm going to want to have some details and stuff in the ocean and try to figure out how to make it interesting and not just a blank body of water, so I may have to like come up with some things I can kind of paste around that are repeatable. Because I think going through that massive area and trying to hand detail it will take, you know, twice as long for the project to be complete. So probably not the best way to approach that. There's a lot of line there, so I should probably do something like that, so it's not quite as all the same level. Yeah, broke up that line that was going to be there. Let's take out this corner. There we go. Yeah. Now do I want to add another... I'll actually add something here that kind of changes up how this would look. Kind of like the idea of building up a platform. So take this part and just bring it up quite a bit. And at one point we kind of add in like a cave. Bring this along back here. So like just a tiny bit of a cave here, and then we can fill this in. Okay. And then this part would have to kind of come over here a bit more to kind of make sure this feels more like a cave. This is looking good. Thanks. Appreciate it. Kind of just do a bit of a spam block placement here to give myself something to kind of mold, I guess you could say. Okay. Trim that out. Fill this in. There we go, I like that. How's the rest of chat doing? Thanks for engaging with everybody outside. Sure that helps. Okay. I like that. That's cool. We can do something with that here in a bit. Let's try to get this part kind of sorted. I feel like this is where it would go up more. So I kind of have this part I can kind of make a line. I gotta read it so they hear it and look up. Yeah, no worries. So how's the rest of chat doing?
Wiggles
What do you
happily,
all
yay.
think of the build?
I love
There you
being
go.
hydrated. Blubs and splashes around playfully,
Hydrate.
thank you. Knockout 3514. I'm feeling so refreshed now. Ducks under the water briefly.
Ducks under the water. What is that even? What? Okay, Grubby. Not sure what you're talking about, but we'll go with that. And kind of make this part be a bit more of a sheer cliff. Yeah, I like how it's a bit more of a drastic drop. It's just kind of game. Here for the hydrate and runs away. Alright. People gotta do the things they gotta do. uh, people have lives? Those are things? Still looking? Watching a show? Well, I appreciate the watch time and hanging out. What are you watching? It's impossible. His and hers. Okay. Can't say I'm familiar with this one. I feel like it's kind of crazy if I've heard of something, you know? Like short show. Okay. About murder. Oh no. Is it his and hers murders? You don't know yet? It's like some weird psychopathic romance about two murderers. Exod, really getting after you today. It's coming along. I wonder if Exod will approve of that. But don't tell me what to do. That's good. I'm sure people could. With enough time and effort, like most people can make just about anything creative-wise. It's just a matter of the amount of effort you want to put in to exceed the lack of skill or things like that, or if you learn the skills and you can definitely do it. Like, I don't think anybody is technically limited in their capability as far as creating something. It's just a matter of determination. It's like because there's lots of people out there that struggle with things and they decide to put in more effort than the thing stops them from doing things, you know. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. So we've kind of filled in up to there. Try to defend your steam, don't defend her. Well, I'm putting that out there for anybody, everybody. Okay. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I want to do any of the side details now or yet. So what did I do over here? I think I had at least one layer up, right? For the most part? For the most part, yes. Okay. So I kind of want to replicate that. Which I think I kind of already did on like without intending to do so, but did it anyways. Yeah. Okay. Do, 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 do. Are we passing go? Are we collecting $200? Guess I will grab these bits and start adding them in. There we go. It's about $200, right? I think most people would enjoy getting $200 just for walking past a spot. Imagine that was actually a thing. I paid someone to work on my game with me with that. Yeah, with 200, right? You could also look for people who have a similar passion. Make some art to replace the ad and stuff. Yeah. I know it's definitely a bit harder to find people who are willing to like, kind of volunteer their work and their art, but... And I personally think that's a better way to start it too, is kind of volunteer your work for a project, and because you also get experience by doing that. And you may make some connections you normally wouldn't by being willing to volunteer. I still technically work on an indie project for free, but haven't done anything in a while. Oh, really? Was it a game, or been different? And the boss understands. She's very happy with that. Oh, nice. That's like a casual thing. Just have fun doing it. Worry about deadlines and such. Just enjoy doing the creating. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's go. Okay, I should get this kind of figured out. Don't like any more rocks in the area. Don't like that spot. Okay. I feel like this looks good right now, but also it does have all the details. So this one edge is a little bit weird, but it's just because it's by itself. If you like come back here, you can technically climb this if you wanted to and go across this. I wanted to get a feel for how it is when I kind of come around the corner here. That was so weird. I was running like that, and I saw the character walking right there. So like I was like, It's like they were walking at the same time. Having a moody sister is great because you get to hear her yell at your parents all the time. Oh, really? Okay, I feel like I should do this. And that. Maybe this. Okay. There we go. Now we have a bit of the wall. And I think it's okay to have a little bit sarcasm. You remember? Yeah. Because we're going to put like plants and stuff along the edge here to kind of hide the wall a bit more. So it kind of blends with the rest of the area some. But I actually really like how this turned out with these overlapping stuff. I think Minecraft should do this more. I think it would look better. It's kind of interesting how this is like kind of half buried in the ground. It feels nice to like have a space here that I can kind of explore in, you know. I do need to go back to this area down here at some point and kind of get the cave completely finished here so it doesn't have like all that gap, but I think I'll do that more once I've kind of finished this part of the island, I guess. Get that fully encapsulated. Okay. The view above looks pretty cool too. Alright. What do I work on next? I guess I could work on the details like behind the house there. That whole gap. And also figure out what I want like here. To try to blend this part a bit more. Let's kind of get an idea of what we got here. Is there actually anything visually here? No, because it's kind of like hidden. There's a little bit of a plant there. We got some like fences here. We got some fences along there. So I guess we could put a bunch of fences also along here. So let's go grab our fences. And we can kind of line this wall with a bunch of fences, and we definitely want more. Kind of want this rock here, so we're gonna kind of put a placeholder for that, I guess, or the base of it. Yeah, something like that. That could work. Maybe another one here. Kind of like that. Okay. And we'll take a fence here. I actually do want to leave some gaps, I think, for like some plants as well. So just something like that, kind of. Yeah, I like that. And we can kind of put a couple plants back there and put some barrels and things. We can kind of bring this along like this. Remove that. Okay, yeah, I could do that. And this part will have quite a bit of fence here, so we'll just do. Is there actually fence up there? Not really. So I think I'll actually lean into that. Then we're gonna have fence that kind of goes along here, and we'd also need like a rock here. Do something like that. We can have a fence kind of leading here. Do I want it like that, or do I want to try to do it a little differently? Or do something like this. Oops. And bring this fence along here. Feels like I need to do this instead. And possibly Something like that. No, don't like it. Alright, and I also did like the rotating thing to make it a more interesting fence. Forgot about that part of it. Okay. Don't like that. Maybe shorter. Okay, I think I could be cool with that. And we have some fences to put like over here as well, so that almost this has like an entrance to it. Then it's almost closed off by something, so I guess could do that, and then do our alternating fence a little bit, and then maybe something like that. Kind of encapsulates that space as like a training ground or something. And I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I kind of like that too. And we can leave this open. Maybe take that section out. Do you think PJ is cute for the name for a critter? PJ Bugapillar? Bugapillar? Yeah. Bugapillar is a cute name. Do, 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 do. Okay, now we need to get some plant stuff. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Some boxes and barrels. Okay. Well, let's start with, I guess, grabbing this variety of plants and stuff. So I have all this. Just a name, maybe not the critter. Okay. Like a pillar. So that could be like a main character or like a side character or something. Okay, I think those could work, and maybe we can mix in a little bit of these here and there. I think that gives us what we need plant-wise. So then I can kind of fill it a little bit in. Probably a side character? Okay. Does kind of sound side character name-ish. Put some of these in. Oh, I gotta remember to also do my different colors blocks that I can do. Forgot about these. So it's like the sand, and there's like a different purple as well. What was the other one I used? It was in here. Was it this one? So I have that, and then I have this. Okay, there we go. Got all of those. Did I actually put in any of the... Oh, I forgot to do that part. Go back here real quick and make sure we've got our... Yeah, there's a couple bits of color to mix in over here. So we have a little bit of that one already. So like right here by the path. And mix that in. Even though it's not exactly where it's at, but I kind of like that there. And then we could do something like that. Probably need to swap them though. Yeah. This is where the kind of more bluish one would be. Okay, nice. Nightbot is going crazy. All the things. Yeah, but I got it set for like an hour though. So every hour it should do those little like kind of reminder things. Basically 3 times in a stream, which I think is good. Okay. We have a little bit of a dark spot over here, which... do this. And I think I want to add in also a little bit here. In fact...
Waves Tiny Claws higher friends. Grubby the Axolotl here. Time for a quick snack break, then I'll be back to chat and maybe claim some fishies. Wiggles
break.
happily.
Okay. It's that little bit of variation in there, here and there. But you could probably do this here. Go. I bought one ham. Yeah. Dude, that's part of why I also said it. Don't me do it every hour so that it, because it is a lot of text, but I do want those reminders out there. Thank you for feeding the fishies. They appreciate it. They were oh so hungry. Okay. I'm gonna go over here. This spot looks like it needs some of the darker purple, so I guess this one. I think I'll do this. And then we'll take one of those, put that there, and then grab that again. Calling X out for not feeding the fishies, huh? Why would you not feed a bunch of pixels? You don't like the cute fishies? Yeah, one is, yeah, that's true, one is yours. You have state claim on one of them fishies. Irresponsible fish dad. Technically, Cutie doesn't need to eat. They do get sick, actually, in the game, by the way. So it is possible. I don't know if they will actually, like, die if you don't take care of them, but... Can't call you responsible for that. Why not? Is that tied to hunger? I think so. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I have to take a scrubby, like a brush, no, a sponge, and like clean the tank every time. So I clean it before the stream. Because it's not something that's like integrated for interaction. Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, just for the fishies. Yeah, it's a cool little game. If you guys wanted to ever check it out, it's just on Steam. It's called Tiny Aquarium, I think. Yeah, Tiny Aquarium. Do, 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 do. Now he cares. Indeed. Do, 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 do. Oh, there's a weird line there. Oh, there's actually... Oh, because there's like artifact in the bush. Interesting. It was part of the model that they didn't realize they didn't trim out. How would you know? They don't follow the rules. I do say it all the time. And there's even a thing that pops up to say that they need food. You can also see that they react, like the food drops down, they'll actually all swarm towards it. Yeah, very, very hungry fishies. Eh. Have to figure out this cliffside over here in a little bit. But you know now. You've been educated. You've been educated on the ways of the fishies. Right, and then I want to spread a couple of these here and there. There we go. Got another one there. Okay. That's looking pretty good. I think I'll actually put some of these in somewhere. Maybe like over here. Let's put one like right there. I want to kind of hide it in the corner. Hello, Brevet. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Welcome, Brevet. Wiggles my whiskers happily. Ooh, I want to claim a fish. Can I have a nice, juicy one? Opens
Okay.
mouth eagerly.
I feel like I need rocks, though. Put like a rock here. Like a rock here. Save me! Does 2v want to know? You need a teammate? uh, how's it going? It's going pretty good. How about yourself? What you been up to today? Doing pretty good. Glad to hear that. Thanks for dropping in the stream. Also just work today? Okay, nice. Yeah, same here. Had work before this, and I've just been chipping away at this. We got this part of the cliff done. Cliff face. Doesn't have details yet, but we got the basic of it set up. I do need to change where the spawn point is at some point, I think, right? Or did I already fix it? Nope, spawn seems to be here-ish. We will have to fix that. Okay. Oh, actually, it's kind of interesting where the rock was at. I guess I should move it. It's kind of there where it almost like keeps the boxes there. Is it on all of it? Work is epic? Nah. Work is an unfortunate thing that is required to exist. Okay, actually looks really good to have those on all the corners. Yeah, like kind of have this plant growing into that, maybe? Is that gonna let me? Let's put it there, but not in the farmland. That's okay. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the necessity to live. You need to work. Not my thing. Okay. This work has yield. It does yield you something, that's for sure. Let's get like a mushroom in. I think I should keep mushrooms next to things though, for sure. Like, it probably makes more sense to have them in dark spots, but these are also glowy bright ones, so maybe not. I don't know. Well, it should make it worth it? Yeah. Fortunately, that is not really how the working environment within the US works. It's not exactly catered to the worker. Alright, let's see. We have some trees to build. We have some other things. I think I should probably get the trees in. I have all the stuff kind of in the area, so I don't have to worry about having these. But I should get a tree made. But we're going to do these ones. So we do need one of these trees. I'll grab that and that. Let's make sure there's no other trees in the area. It doesn't look like it, so I do this tree over here real quick. I kind of tuck it into the corner here. 4, 5. It's probably about that height. Do, 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 do. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. And then we have another tree over here, which is going to be similar to this one, I feel like. So we'll grab these. I do need to get a bunch of like foliage here, I think, to kind of hide that a bit more. And it's a similar thing, so I think I'll... Maybe what I could do... I do this like right there, and then I grab the branch. It's aspen, right? Hytale is beautiful, right? Because we could do something like this. And then we can have it kind of grow off of this. I'm attempting to get a serving job, okay, for the evening, so I may not be on as much. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it goes well for you. Do appreciate that you've been around when you can. I'll do kind of like a little bit of a ring here. Awesome tree, thanks. Okay. Since I have flexibility right now, I figured why not try to earn more? Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if you're you got that big goal of buying a house. You gotta earn a lot of money for that. Okay. For the sake of Poppy playtime. Not happening to yeah, but you could start building up a savings for it. Okay. Actually, not too bad. I think that tree is passable. I'll let it be a tree that it is. Okay, let's try. Oh, we got another big tree over here. We got two more trees over here. They're gonna be the bluish one. So we got one that kind of ends up in this spot a little bit. Or over here, maybe? More over here. Which could be actually interesting if I do it this way, where like I can have a bit of a platform here. And I can build the tree up. Go like this. I'll make this a big fluffy tree. So it needs more leaves. What? Settle what? I feel like I need to do that. Just before the other statement. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I'm focusing on the building. It's a little tree. Feel like this shouldn't be there though. Okay. Got a bunch of trees in there. I think they're, yeah, they're alright. Okay, now we want to, we can keep this, get rid of all this stuff. Put this stuff back on the hot bar. There's a kind of a brambly thing next to that tree. I wonder what I could do for that. We do have quite a bit of plants kind of chilling next to this thing. Do something like that. Just some like rocks that go into places too. Got a mushroom there. Let's pick a mushroom in the corner like that. We could do like maybe a bush. We'll do barrels next to that here in a second. Like some petals. Okay. You guys are silly. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. I feel like I'm doing a pretty decent job. I guess it probably helps to have already like a reference to not overdo the plants. Even what I've done with maybe it's a tiny bit more than I probably needed, but I probably should do that. Yeah. I'll probably get rid of this one. Oh, we're made to save money. That could be worth it, maybe. Depends on the roommate, I guess. Yeah, I'd always be worried about that. The Silly Lily Tilly Billy? I'm guessing that is from Poppy Playtime or something. But that'd be my first assumption, but probably incorrect. Oh, okay, was it correct? Okay. Toss some mushroom in there and there. Get some of these fluffy bushes. We'll toss one of those in there. We'll have some petals kind of in the area. It's a very densely planted area. I think taking that out's probably good. Stuff like that needs to be there, so I think what I'll do is just move that so I can. Yeah. It probably won't hurt to have a bit of this kind of overgrown in places. Kind of makes it fit into the area a bit more, I think, by doing that. Yeah, I feel like it actually blends it. So we'll do like another one here. Yeah, that could work. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Little by little, we're getting there. Let's drop in one of these there. Get some petals. Knock it out of one of those bushes there, probably. Yeah. Mushroom back there, and then be. So could have a flower here. There's definitely a lot of petals everywhere. I'm liking this area. This looks pretty good. I think I need to tuck a chest in here somewhere. Like, this feels like it'd be a great place for a chest. It'll be very obvious that there's a chest here, I think. In a second I could rotate. Maybe I could rotate it. I can grab like a what's it called? The crates. Okay. I've got an early morning tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to bed. Alright, sounds good, Exide. You have a good night. I'll be streaming the Abyssal Ascent into the Cosmos hardcore world. So it's the modded hardcore world on Wednesdays, so we'll see you then. Was it this one? Yes, okay. Now this area needs some stuff. I also didn't do the barrels and the boxes and things. I should do that too. Ah, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Do this a little bit. I think I'll need to add some of this in. Just to mix in some more colors. Okay. Need a little bit of that here, I think. Yeah. Nope, can't do that because I already did that shape. I'll make a bigger patch there. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And maybe we'll have a little bit of this here. Oh, pick a bad chest. I'll go in here and grab the chest because I don't feel like I'm too lazy to search it. I think I'll end up like stacking some more things in front of this that's even a bit more hidden. So if we go for our barrels, we can stack some of them in the area. But even like can't stack them on top of each other? Really? Interesting. Can I put a block on top of it? I can put a block on it, but you can't stack barrels on barrels? That seems weird. I guess I could do something like this and put a barrel on top of that. So that kind of hides it, but it not necessarily needs to be hidden. Let's see. I think there was a stack of, yeah, like stuff here. So maybe I'll put it like right here next to this rock. Something like that. And then we can go grab these like general loot or general items is kind of scattered around as like pots and barrels and boxes. Pots and barrels and boxes. Okay. So I'll do like one here and then maybe 2 sets there. A set there. There we go. I like that. I'll end up doing something similar over there when I kind of finish up that cliffside there. Okay. Well, now I want to grab this and that for now. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it. We'll probably do like a mushroom hanging out here, and possibly over here. Maybe we can do some bushes. Not that many bushes. The idea is to kind of like make the area really dense, so there's lots of things to like look at to help hide the chest. Which I think that's actually pretty good. I like that. Though I think I want to come over here and like just put a little patch of path here. Something like that. Kind of like that. And then I think I want to also kind of spread in a little bit more path in this area. I like looking at stuff. I realize that that's actually quite purple, or quite a bit more blue than what we have right now, which is a bit awkward. But yeah, now that I'm looking at it, is it just this area that's more? It turns more blue, or why does the game look so much blue? Like it's much more blue right now. Weird. Huh, it's fine. Oops. Eh. Alt-tabbing does all the wrong things. Okay. There we go, and that kind of like signifies his path this way. We'll do a bit more like this. You can do occasional patches of it. Maybe like one more like right here. No. Yeah. There we go. This feels completely different now, actually, than like I'm walking on the ground, like in the space, versus like looking at it, move above. Huh. Feels actually really good. It kept surprising like how much of a difference it makes. There we go. That area is complete, I would say. Other than, like, obviously the last little bits of rock details, but... yeah, I think we're there. So now we just need these. So we can do a couple bits of those here and there. There we go. I also do want a couple bits of rock, kind of strewn about around the edge. Makes more sense than be a couple of them here. There's one there is good. Don't think it makes sense to have any rocks over here. Could have that right there, maybe? No, I don't like that. Okay. There we go. This is so cool. Alright. Oh, goodness. I'm debating if I want to keep going or if I actually want to call it an early stream today. I'm not sure. I could make some more progress and I'll have to think about some of this stuff, but... Right, we do have this and this to kind of put in our cliffs. Forgot about that. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that and then see where we're at time-wise. Oh, actually I haven't done that over there yet, so... Guess we can focus on those. Try to get all the details in of the cliffside. I need the medium rock. Where are you at? Medium rock. Medium rubble? Or do I need small rubble? Oh. That one. That one. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I'll start with that. A little bit of underhangs we have, but this is a perfect spot for that. We've done a lot of that, so we'll have more over here. Do another small one there. We have this cliff, the cave. Do, 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 do. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I will call it a little bit early today. I think we did quite a bit, made some really good progress. In fact, it's the wrong button. Let me grab a screenshot of this area real quick. Can I not have a thing in my hand? What's this? There we go. Grab this. Boop. There we go. And then that, yeah. Oh, I remember there's also this thing I can do. That. And then if I have no things in my hand, I can do emote wave.
That's all, folks.
There we go. Oh, hi. Oh, I gotta like look up first. There we go. Ah. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and pop over to here. Oh, no, nothing. Did this thing. I do the thanks for watching. I'm gonna look for somebody. Let's see. Hold on. Did this one? Not that one. This one. Okay, I'll look for somebody to raid. Let's see who is streaming. Let's look for a new one, perhaps. See if we can find somebody new. Is there anything similar, perhaps? Some Animal Crossing. You know what? Let's check out. It's Chickadee. She's doing some World of Tanks. Something completely different. But let's go see what they're doing. And thanks for watching Sea of Stars and Hytale, everybody.